Good morning. Today is Wednesday. It is the last week of Study Like a Med students. How are we feeling, guys? Because it's Wednesday. I haven't picked up the camera since Saturday. Have I studied? Yes. This morning? No. No, not this morning. It's 6 a.m. Yeah, it's 6:01. Have not yet studied this morning. I honestly just got up not too long ago and took Daisy out and making my coffee, which this is the first time since Saturday that I'm making coffee because I didn't make ice until yesterday. So, and honestly, I really shouldn't be making coffee because I don't have enough creamer. Now that I think about it, I have a little bit of creamer left. I almost never run out of creamer. I need to go to the store and get some creamer. How unfortunate. Well, we'll be having coffee at work for the rest of the week. That's how that'll go. So, couple things, little church announcements. We study like a med student. I like it. I like it. I feel like me studying with y'all holds me accountable, as well as like just showing y'all that it's possible to study after you work a full-time job and come home and have all the things to do. I will say it's easier if you live alone or if you only live with like one person. I don't know what it's like to have a child and a husband or wife or your mother in your ear when you're trying to come home after a long day and study. I don't know what that's like. I can only show you what it's like for me, and being single and having a puppy, no kids, bills, but no kids. I also haven't had dinner, I don't think, in the last couple days. I think my main meal has been lunch. I can't remember what I ate. Anyways, study like a med student. I like it. I like it. I like being held accountable. I like taking y'all with me when I'm studying. I like figuring out my study styles. I will make a video on like everything that I've learned about myself in this time, and that will be the last video of Study Like a Med Student. And then we will move on to October, which is Vlogtober. I should check Notion. So I try to organize, let me say. I try to organize myself in Notion when it comes to like YouTube and social media. We'll have maybe 40% sit down videos, 60% vlogs. It's not a 50-50 split at all. It might be more like a 35 65 maybe. It might be something like that. Anyways, we have Vlogtober, which is 31 videos. It's really 32 because I'm posting a video on November 1st as well. But yeah, I thought I was struggling with Study Like a Med Student. I'm gonna have to edit every day. Every day. Which is fine because honestly the editing process, once editing and posting process, I should say. Once like how do I say this? I get my thumbnails by unloading my SD card and putting it on my iPad and then going through the videos from that day, taking screenshots, and then putting them into Canva and making the thumbnails, which I actively work on as I'm still recording, because I'm just getting screenshots, putting the SD card back in the camera. It takes 2 seconds. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the screenshot thing and like the thumbnails, that's cool. That doesn't take much. But the thumbnails and planning my stuff and planning what effects I'm going to use and all of that doesn't take long. What takes long is where I'm going to put those effects and then how fast my computer is going to work. That's what takes long. I do text edit, so like I let Premiere like transcribe my video, which takes like maybe 10 minutes depending on how long the video is. And then once it transcribes it has like the transcript, and I can go in and remove any filter words, pauses, Once that's done, oh yeah, we're golden. But the thing is, I have to go through all the footage and make sure like the volume is fine, and make sure like, you know, y'all can hear me. It's not too much going on in the background. Making sure the color correction is correct, you know, stuff like that. But we do we have a mountain to climb, I should say. We have a mountain to climb, and we're starting at the very low in the deep pits of the valley. So yeah. Now I will say there are going to be some pre-recorded videos. Of course, I'm not insane. I mean, this is kind of insane. It is kind of insane now that I think about it. But there will be pre-recorded videos, okay? October is going to be a very busy month. Not just because, you know, it's Vlogtober, but because MCAT registration opens, because my MCAT studying is going to ramp up. We are pushing along and finishing up study like a med student. The content that I was studying is still gonna like continue through October, but like MCAT studying is going to ramp up when I actually register, which should be October 20 something, 27th or 21st, not sure. But I know I wasn't sure if I was gonna have the money, because I think that's when I pay rent. And y'all, yeah, you should know. If you don't know, that rent paycheck gone immediately. I have to pay rent. I need a place to live, if we're being completely honest. MCAT registration 2025. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's the 2026. So our goal is February 13th or January 23rd. Okay? Those are the goal test dates. I honestly feel like we should be good. Push come to shove, March 7th. And that means, like, on February 13th, it's snowing in Nashville and they cancel the test. Because they've done that before. And I think they credit you to allow you to take another test, or they give you a refund. I'm not sure. Anyways, but it doesn't count against you or anything. That's like push come to shove. Those January and February dates don't work because of weather. Okay, we will be perfect.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. And then you will run a mile. Perfection. Let's go to work.
Amen. All right. But if we take it February 13th, our score is released March 17th. If we take it Whoa. Okay, y'all, we're back. We have espresso. I did, in fact, use the last of the creamer. One of our Vlogtober videos will have to be us. It will have to be us grocery shopping, which I need to make a list. Notion. I'm gonna start organizing my life in Notion and hoping that works. All right, we need something for a grocery list. We need a grocery list. Nuts. I want more pecans. Y'all, when my dad sees this, hey Dad, I should not be paying for pecans. We have 100 trees. In fact, yeah, I hold on. It's too early in the morning for me to call you. I need to ask him when they're in season, because I feel like it's right now. And I feel like somebody needs to be out there getting the pecans. I have to work. Okay? I need 5 pounds of pecans, not shelled. I'll shell them myself. Can you do that for me, Father? Send them up here. All right, thank you. Love you. All right. I should not be paying for pecans. My goodness. It's a bunch of trees out there. We literally grow them. Well, they grow themselves, but still, my goodness. Why am I paying for them? Dang, that's good. Tastes like French toast. I don't know. What else do we need from the grocery store, y'all? I really don't want to do duck. I'm not in the mood for it. Maybe for Thanksgiving. We'll be here for Thanksgiving. We will be home for Christmas. And maybe New Year's. It kind of just depends. So, during Christmas, we have a little dilemma. Because I currently only have Premiere Pro on my tower desktop. Why is that? I would have to ask my uncle. But because of that, I'm not sure that much editing will get done the week of Christmas and New Year's. So with that being said, we will be on hiatus for about 3 weeks. Are y'all okay with that? And I will be actively like the content. I'll get the content. Y'all just won't get it for a while. Hello guys. It's 4 p.m. Well, 3:54, and we are on the way home. Given how I have not yet made it to the highway, I can tell what this drive is going to be looking like. A little long. Oh, brother. I actually don't know what we're going to eat. I meant to take out chicken so that I can make chicken Alfredo, I guess. Because I have heavy whipping cream and I have a bunch of Parmesan. But I forgot to. So, I have some fish. I can take that out and yeah, I guess we can have a fish rice. I have green beans. Yeah, we'll do that. But that's gonna take a minute. I'm like crazy overexposed right now. Like, it's like super bright. Jeez. Well, it don't need to be that low. But yeah. That's what we have to do. We have to cook. The kitchen isn't clean. I'm sorry. I know I failed y'all. Like I'm always like this on the internet. I'm like this super productive. But let me not lie, because y'all have not seen me like super productive. Because when I'm super productive, I usually don't pick up the camera, and that's the problem. Moving on, I posted about Vlogtober, basically letting y'all know that hey, it's coming. Yeah, I broke my headphones. I literally, as my mother calls it, I nigga rigged them and like taped them. But I mean, it was almost time. Like I had those since I graduated undergrad, or before I graduated undergrad, because I used to wear them in the gym while I was at Norfolk State. And girl, I mean, I guess it was time for new ones. Those should have lasted though. I literally just dropped them. Like I didn't even do nothing. I just dropped. It's so irritating. But yeah, I just dropped them. And I mean, I went ahead and I grabbed the cord that goes with them. I'm probably just gonna use it for the piano at this point, like these headphones, and I'll replace them with some other headphones. It probably won't be Beats though. It'll probably be Sony, but it won't be like the crazy expensive Sonys. I'm going to save that for med school. If I get into my number 1 med school, I will buy myself those Sony headphones. That's how I feel. Now I need to have a tier system for like my MCAT score. I need to have a tier system for the number of like interviews that I get. Yep. Because I need to be rewarding myself. Not to say that that's the best thing to do financially. However, rewards that they're earned. I get 3 interviews, I get some crab legs. I feel like that works. Get into my number 1 school, you feel me? Then I go get my headphones. Like I feel like that works. No? Y'all not feeling that? I'm feeling it. Now, do I hold on. Now, I don't overly reward myself. Well, actually I do, but it's usually like something super small, like some snacks or something. Like I go get a bag of chips and stuff. But I don't like overly reward. But I feel like big accomplishments, you feel me, should be rewarded. Right? Y'all feeling me? I feel like that should be rewarded. I feel like it should. That's just me. I feel like I get into my #1 school, I go get my $200 headphones. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. When I publish my paper and it gets accepted and finally like fully published, I'm going to go have some Mexican and margaritas. Like, I feel like that makes sense. No? It's celebratory. You gotta celebrate. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't know how to celebrate. That's why imposter syndrome is on high. We don't know how to celebrate. I am breaking the curse. All right, what was we talking about? Oh, the headphones that broke. Girl, I forgot. The headphones that broke. I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing at work today. I mean, I did do something at work, but I was literally just imaging all day. Like, I got through this particular, for my first audit paper. Okay, let me specify. So I just be on here yapping and not telling y'all what I'm doing, what I got going on. For my first paper, I needed to do imaging. There are a few things that need to be done for that specific paper. I do need to do more imaging, and I have to do staining. So I literally was in a cold behind microscope room literally all morning. Like, I came out, I took a break, I ate my lunch, and that was it. Because it gets cold in there, so sometimes you just gotta walk out and just walk around the lab and warm yourself up. But that's all I did today. Literally. I mean, we had lab meetings, so I did come out the microscope room for that to go to our lab meeting. But that's it. And I'm doing the same thing tomorrow. The only difference is today I unintentionally did all of my males. So of my rat tissues, like that were on slides, they happen to be all the males. I think I have like 3 slides left for that, and yeah, that's that. And then I'll try to get through all the females tomorrow. There are a total of 15 males, 15 females. Each slide has 4 sections, and there are at minimum 2 to 3 slides per animal. I don't have to image every single section. I try to at least get about 10 images per animal, but that means 10 images on each channel. So you have your dappy channel that is blue. You have, okay, you act like you was not gonna stop. All right. You have your dappy channel, which is a 405. Then you have your 488, and then you have a 555. Those numbers are numbers on the spectra, the color spectra, okay? So 405, that's going to be blue. 488, green. 555, red. But not far red. Just, far red is a little more purplish, kinda. Or a little more orange, I should say. So that's that. That's what I'm currently doing. I'm imaging a bunch of slides that have those channels, and then on Friday I have to go through and quantify the fluorescence in those channels. Fun, right? A little image J. That's fun. And then I'm doing the same thing next Friday. Whatever I don't get done this Friday, I will be doing next Friday from home. But next week I have seahorse experiments. Also, by the way, our the paper, I don't know if I updated y'all. The paper got accepted. The paper that we published, well, tried to publish or submitted a while ago, got accepted and came back with comments. So your girl is about to be published. They didn't have all that many comments about my seahorse experiments, which, yay. We might have to do another assay for that experiment, well, that paper, but we're holding off because we're trying to get around doing more work. Trying to get around doing more work and just like detailing our analyses a little better, or whatever we have to do. I wasn't able to see the comments. I don't know why, but I mean, I couldn't see them. But my bonus PI did come around and let me know if there was any comments on my stuff for that paper. So I'm co-author. But yeah, we listen, October is about to be a busy month in the lab. Now we also have some experiments for the fluorescent mice. Our mice do fluoresce. Not like you hold in the mouse and it's like green. No, like very specific things in the mouse fluoresce. So for us, we are ophthalmology, so like there are components in the eye that fluoresce, basically. Oh, my mother's calling. Okay, I gotta talk to y'all later.
I refuse to walk back to Granddaddy house. Y'all put all these people around here, y'all just find me around. And that's what I do if I'm at your house. If it's a hill, I will sit on the corner till you come get me. I will sit there until you come get me. I had my time on that hill when we was at that school. Like,
Oh, the hill in the neighborhood is steeper than that. The only way we ever are on this hill is if we going down. I would not be able to survive walking up it.
Think about that if we had to walk that hill. Ooh, you remember that hill? And then we were driving up the hill, and all of a sudden we went down. Think about going up that hill.
Crazy.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. There is no way.
Okay, we have the food on. I almost tripped on the rug. Hold on. We have the food on. I'm thawing out the fish. Green beans are on. I decided that we're going to do pasta. So, instead of the rice. So, I have like a quarter of a box of penne. We gonna be ghetto because, I mean, what else we gonna do? And I also have like maybe a little more in ziti. Bro, that's what we doing. Okay? That's what we doing. But whatever, I'm probably gonna boil the penne first. But this, I mean, it don't look like it don't look like it's enough. So we're gonna have to mix it in with the ziti. And I probably have I think I have enough heavy whipping cream. And I think I definitely have enough Parmesan for sure. But I washed all the dishes and whatnot. Fish is thawing, and then we're gonna throw her in the cast and sear it a little bit, and then throw it in the oven, and that'll be dinner. So not bad. I have not studied. Okay, I don't want y'all to think that we still not studying, because we are. Apple gave me a store credit. Why? Open the app store, tap your photo. Why did they give me a store credit? Since when they giving out money? I don't recall there being a issue. The store credit is $11. When did you charge me that? Interesting. Okay, well, that's interesting. But we about to go ahead and season our fish. Is thawed out, so very simple. I'm doing the black people combo around here, okay? Complete seasoning. See that? Sorry, y'all. Complete seasoning. Right? I usually don't use salt at all, or like no to low sodium containing. How much sodium is in this? It's only 90 milligrams. Not bad. And I probably did use more than the serving size, but oh, my bad. Lemon pepper, okay? A little Tony's Creole. I do have the no salt version, but it's not as strong. But I'm very light with that. Garlic powder. I'm trying to think which side. Okay, it's the other side. And then topping with a little food grass, parsley. Now when I did those, when I did those meatballs, I could definitely, I don't know if I was tasting the parsley per se, but I was definitely tasting something. Maybe it was the parsley. Maybe parsley isn't just food grass. I don't know. And then doing the same thing to the other side. And then we're going to toss it into our cast iron. She's going to sear a little bit. I already have the butter in there. Yes, I use butter. Yes, I know that I am going to be a doctor and probably should be using healthier options, but butter is butter. When I'm in the kitchen, I'm not the doctor, okay? So, yeah. Don't come in here trying to tell me how to cook, because y'all are doctors and student doctors and future doctors out there. In this kitchen, I'm none of that. Okay? I'm just Coya. Southern girl whose mother and grandmother taught her how to cook. Okay? They was not worried about none of that. When they should have been. They really should have been. Alright. Green beans. I mean, they in there. They in there. I don't know if that... Yeah, what are we gonna make for Thanksgiving? Because I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be here for Thanksgiving. So what are we doing for Thanksgiving? Girl, give me a menu. I'm gonna say this once. I eat macaroni 3 times a year. Okay, Thanksgiving is one of them, so I will be making macaroni. But do not ask me to make that or eat that throughout the year. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I know I'm gonna do dressing and like greens for sure. Are they gonna be collard, mustard, or turnip is the question. That's the question. Y'all need to decide that. Decide that for me. Collards, mustards, or turnips. I'm not doing mixed greens. Don't ask me to do that either. That has to be a Mississippi Delta thing. I don't know who did that. Why are y'all doing that? My God. Mixed greens? No. I want one of the 3. And don't you dare say kale greens. I will block you. I will absolutely lose a subscriber that day. I will block you. Never say kale greens. Are you black? Okay. Anyways, that's the question of the day. What am I going to make for Thanksgiving? Is it going to be turnips, collards, or mustards? I eat all 3. So I wouldn't be giving y'all the option if I didn't eat all of them. Do I want to do a chicken, a turkey, or a duck? What do I want my bird to be? Definitely probably going to do candy yams. But what else? I mean, I don't have to do... I'll probably do like black eyed peas or something. I don't know. Black people stuff. I will say one thing about like being short. I'm standing on my tippy toes to see the bottom of the pot. I shall take my exit now. Okay, plated up. Got our green beans, our pasta, and our fish. Not bad, not bad. When it comes to eating and cooking, I am Miss Make It Happen. Okay, because girl, we have to survive. What we gonna live off of? Oodles and noodles? Not around here. Not around here. Okay, I ate. I did what I needed to for my mom. She's in church, so she can't review it yet. My mother is always my first client. She's always my first client. She can't review it right now because she's in church. So by the time she get out, not gonna want to sit at that computer. I have a rant. Hold on. Let me prepare y'all for this. Jimmy Kimmel just got canceled. And I don't mean him as a person. I mean his show that is named after him just got canceled. Why did it get canceled, you ask? Great question. He said something about a racist bigotrist. Why does anybody care what is said about some racist white man that spread nothing but hate? Y'all want to call it a political opinion? No, that is racism, bigotry, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, and all of the things. It is all harmful. Why is Jimmy Kimmel canceled? Well, like what? You would rather go down in history as standing up for a racist a homophobic, transphobic, didn't care about the kids, wanted them to get shot, honestly, because he said that was going to be sacrificed. You would rather go down as taking care of that and standing up for that than for you to just let this go. He didn't say nothing crazy. In fact, what he said was factual. So, y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with that? That's not Christianity. That's white supremacy, baby. That's what that is. That's racism and white supremacy. Let's be for real. Christianity is followers of Jesus Christ. The basis of it is that you want to be Christ-like. Am I missing something? Because I don't think that dead man was Christ-like. Did I miss something? Because it doesn't seem very Christ-like to say things that he said. The amount of stars that he brings onto his show, the amount of publicity that y'all get from him, and you cancel him, there are the thems, and then there's the Jimmy Kimballs. Very nice. Sweet, kind. The quiet Catholic boy that takes his notes in mass and is nice to everybody, is polite to everybody. Maybe he wears glasses, has curly hair. That's the other one. That's the one I like. Them other ones, Jesus was funny, mama. I'm telling you. He got so mad. Jesus was used to having seafood boils and all the fruit, and every fruit had fruit. Every tree had fruit, and he came down here and that one fig tree didn't have no fruit. And he said, you ain't never gonna have fruit again. Hey, the disciples said, wait a minute, Jesus, like, it's not even in season. What do you want from it? he said he didn't care. He said it ain't even in season. Oh my God. He got so mad. Oh my goodness. He's funny. He's funny. Yeah, nobody can convince me that he didn't have a sense of humor. Oh my goodness. Oh God. That was funny. All of them have Oh goodness. Jesus was out in the desert walking with the disciples 10 miles and he wanted something to eat. He wanted something to eat. And say, bump that, huh? Girl, you crazy. Oh my. You find everything. Hey, Coya, what about Jonah? Oh my God, Jonah was stupid. Oh my God. I think I had said something about he was down there, he told me something, telling the people that just throw me overboard. Nigga, you know you do wrong. You better get your butt off the Jonah had folks so scared, they threw him overboard and then they started praying for forgiveness like they did something wrong. Oh my God. Jonah cursed the tree too. So why not? Well, I'm glad you learned something in church. Oh, guess who Daddy talked to for about an hour? Who? Joyce? Yeah. How you know? She done told you Sunday night. No, I'm just telling her now. No, I'm telling her how she knew. She don't. I'm just telling her now. Yeah. Sunday night. Oh, goodness. One whole. Oh, that's nothing. I'm with her for about 3 hours on Sunday. You getting the simplified version. Yeah, she can go. What you say? Boy, you up for 3 hours. Want me to get in the morning? Please don't. Why not? You like to get up before Jesus. I can't. I like to get up before Jesus. Yeah, listen. No, I ain't talking about it. She said I like to get up in the morning before Jesus. Listen. Oh my God. I'll call you in the morning. All right, baby. I love you. I love you too, Mama. Bye. Bye.